Hello, everybody, and welcome back to This or That with Kobe and Jatt. Last week we had 7 slides.
Oh my God!
Apparently I did this because this was too difficult. It's actually kind of hard. We have 6 slides today.
Muscle memory, dude.
Muscle memory. We had never done 7. We're doing 6 again, and we've never seen these slides before. That's all of the rules.
Be careful, you're getting really close to explaining the rules. Let's start with slide number 1, though. What do we got here? More iconic duo, Phoenix Azir or Huni Lucian? This one is an easy answer for me immediately. Huni Lucian. This one was in the finals. Like, this is the biggest stage, you know, where they were like, oh, we're going all the way. We're gonna defeat North America all together.
The semifinals.
Yeah, whatever. They're trying to get to the
playoffs.
finals.
Yeah, so that's the thing, right? Number of games, Huni Lucian is like 5. Azir and Phoenix is all of them. But immediately you think Huni and Lucian, so that's how I'm defining iconic. Maybe by social impressions.
This was one big play to me.
And he's really
under
good.
A turret.
He's
and
really good this year.
Good, yeah.
Huni is questionably good on Lucian, but he was good last week. Next slide.
Huni
it hasn't worked in the clutch.
So Huni's just good on everything. So that applies to Lucian as well.
Slowing down games more, stopwatch, or the support items?
100%. Immediately, it's Targons for me. With all the AD carries taking Targons, getting all these extra shields. More shields for your AD carries means everyone wants to build around, protecting hyper carries. Kog'Maw is the biggest offender.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a bit of both. I think stopwatch definitely does somewhat slow down games in conjunction with everyone waiting to move fast because they're waiting 10 minutes for their boots. Well, you're thinking about the tower dive, and it's easier to block tower dives with the stopwatch than to actually dive with it. But it is definitely the support items because you just don't do damage in the bottom lane or take damage because everyone has a relic shield. Slide number 3, bigger overreaction. TSM, worst team in NA, or Liquid will win World. Ooh.
Oh, I just want to take a moment to admire the craftsmanship that went into this slide.
That's great.
These are both very big overreactions.
Hold on. That is actually Impact, or they put a face on Impact because he was there. You don't need to Photoshop Impact's face onto someone else.
This is non-Photoshop. That's just Impact.
Are you okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. What is less likely to happen?
These are both very big overreactions, but I feel like winning Worlds by default for me is the bigger overreaction because this is an entire year of work has to go into this. But this is also not true and incredibly big overreaction. However, technically they're 0-2, so they're at the bottom of the standings.
I'm not counting Season 1 as a real World Championship, and because of that, the furthest that NA has ever been is quarterfinals, right? 3 best-of-5s away from winning World.
That's a long way.
That's a lot of best-of-5s.
Only 3 best-of-5s versus the best teams in the world.
And the worst that TSM has ever done in the regular season is 6th. So the bigger overreaction would be Liquid winning Worlds.
Okay, we got that. We agree.
We had to logic it out.
That's that.
Neither one will happen.
Next slide. Better format, best of 1s or best of 3s. Now this takes into account how you're judging better as far as a format. Because best of 3s, no comparison, you cannot lie. There is more time for
more
them to
reliability
practice.
in the result, too.
They play on stage, there's more reliability. It's easier for analysts to then predict strengths of teams because you see more of them. It also factors in teams have to adapt between,
You're doing a lot of preamble just to pick best of 1s, Kobe. Because I think that's what your answer is going to be this. I had so much more fun watching the NALCS last week, but I'm also miserable trying to predict the strength of teams because I'm like, well, that was a bad draft. And then they never get to do it again. It's over. They lost the game. I think it'll balance out in the end after they play 18, and I'm way more excited watching every team play on every day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited game to game now, whereas sometimes before, within a series, the first game would make me less excited for the rest of that series.
Yeah.
So that might be one reason why I would choose best of 1s. Although I do miss a little bit of the changes in pick spans.
You're gonna get to watch best of series in the playoffs.
I'll come over to the blue side. I'll take this.
This. Thank you very much, Kobe. Thanks for the preamble. Bigger change, targeted spells and minion aggro or KT beating SKT.
So I think that a lot of people are overreacting to that targeted spells. We discussed this a little bit on the dive.
Yep.
It is only super heavily going to affect a few champions.
Yeah.
And even then, I'm not sure how super heavily it is going to affect them.
I'm not sold.
Especially once people, start to take into account, okay, everything we're going to have to drop Mega Arrow, go into the bush, as long as you're playing with that in mind, Plus, there could be balance tweaks for specific champions if there is a big
And for what it's
problem.
worth, this is a much larger reaction than I was expecting out of KT for betting SKT in like week 2 of the regular season. But I understand it because they had never gotten over that hump and they may feel like they are there, as well as having not made Worlds and all the stuff coming together. So it is a bigger change, KT beating SKT.
Yeah, I mean, it is a bigger change, but as you were saying,
I don't think this is that big a deal.
Yeah, SKT right now, the roster that they have coming into this year, you know,
SKT?
wasn't a very good offseason for them, in my opinion. But I will have to agree with you. We'll go with that. You got to give credit here. Definitely showing his emotions.
Keep it up, KT. I have faith in you. Better analyst, Jatt or Kubo? My dog.
Results. Results-based analysis. Kubo has gotten more correct predictions.
It's true.
In games that they both predicted.
The 2 games that he predicted was TLTSM as well as 100 Thieves COG, and he was 1-1. And I was 0-2.
Also, no offense, he's cuter.
He is way cuter. Gonna be doing this every week on Twitter and Instagram. Dog's gonna pick.
Ooh, sellout. I like it.
It's cool, man. Dog picking a game. What more do you want?
I've watched every single one.
Was that the last slide?
I don't know. Let's see. Next slide. Yeah, that was the last.
It's over. Tune into NALCS, also EULCS, also the dive and this or that. We do a lot
also LPL, also LCK. Tune into every single league and see if you can keep that up for a week.
For a
even.
day.